So yeah, please.
Like,
What do we say?
So let's start with the first question that we have. What is the club about? What do you guys do, and how do you guys work?
All right. So Mafia is a club. Like it loosely translates to music and fine arts club, right? So Mafia is probably one of the oldest cultural clubs in Manipal, and we specialize in music, fine arts, as the name suggests, and also dance. So we try to cover all these aspects of art, and yeah, we try to expand as with every year.
and the beauty about our club is that it's not meant only for performers who go on stage and like to perform. It accepts all sorts of people from all walks of life and all interests who can come, and we've given them like a common platform for everyone to portray whatever talents and interests that they might have.
Cool, that sounds great. And what is the difference between Mafia and other clubs that are like in the same area in Manipal?
One major difference that we can point out is our club's dynamic, right? So, as far as I've observed, in my first year and in my second year, I was a part of many clubs, right? And I found that the club dynamic in most other clubs was always to do with, okay, we have these tasks, we need to get this done by this date and this deadline. But we don't like to work in that manner. We like to build our entire community as though we're a family, and have very good interactions with all the members of our club. And more and most importantly, we try to motivate them to take up work on their own. They inculcate the interest to start doing whatever that they have to do without us needing to tell them. And at the end of the day, it's all about having fun. It's all about interacting, goofing around, having fun. And just it becomes like a place where you can escape to from the daily hectic schedule of normal college life.
Just to add on to what he said,
Mhm.
we try to create an environment where people don't work because they have to, because it's an additional responsibility that they have. Rather, they work because they want to, because they want to get away from the pressure that the academics, you know, gives to them, and they just have fun within, like while working. That's our whole dynamic with the juniors and all of that.
Yeah, one of the fun parts of being in a club is related to the events that the club does. So, coming to the question, what all events do you guys do or participate in?
So our major events are usually we have 2 or 3 open mics over a course of a year. Now that we haven't been able to function conventionally, we haven't been able to have events like that. But our major events are open mics throughout the year, and then we have some workshops for music, for art, sometimes for dance. We like to collaborate with other dance clubs in Manipal, so as to get better response for the workshops. Then we have some competitions regarding the same domain that we work under, music, art, and dance. So we had this event in our first year, which was called Manipal's Got Talent. Then it later got translated to Manipal Carnival. And yeah, that's that. Those are the major events that we have.
That reminds me, you guys are planning to do a collaboration with, I guess, the NIT Karnataka's music club, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So by the time this
It's
video
gonna
is
go
out,
up soon.
uh, by the
Yeah,
time
yeah,
this video is out, that will be out soon. So check out the link in the
yeah.
description. So coming on to our next question, what all awards or achievements do you guys have that you would like to share with our viewers?
All right. So, Mafia is one club that actively participates in a lot of domains, and we send our artists to a lot of places to give them ample opportunities to perform. So, we participated in IMB's Fest Unmad in 2020, Feb of 2020. And we participated in almost 6 to 7 events out of all the music and art events that were there. And we even won first place in one event and third place in another event. Um, we're proud to say that Mafia artists performed at Kelly, which is KMC's Onam Fest. We also, our artists also performed at Tech Tatwa's opening ceremony, which was a very, very big deal for us. And apart from that, we've also sent our artists to other fests in and around Manipal, like Utsav, and our artists also participated at our own in-house fest level. So yeah, a lot of opportunities.
Cool. So coming on to our next question, we have what all domains or departments do you have in the club?
So our departments, usually the five main departments that we have in the club are the public relations department, PR, the human resources department, the social media department. A subset of the social media department is the graphics and design department. And then lastly, we have the sponsorships department. So as the name suggests, those are the things that the departments do, right?
So the next question we have is how do you guys recruit and when do you guys recruit?
Okay, so we have a recruitment process that consists of a Google form that will be sent out for people to apply, followed by interviews that we will conduct for students belonging to all years in the college to come and join our club. So those are the two main levels of recruitment that happen, and we recruit at least once every semester. So recruitments happen pretty frequently. So even if you end up missing one recruitment, you'll always be there for another. One thing that is to be noted is that our club functions in three levels of hierarchy. So first we have the talent community, which basically comprises of all the performers and all the artists in the club who will get a lot of opportunities to perform at a lot of places and portray their talents in a lot of different ways. Uh, and then we have the working committee, management committee, and the board, are uh, which are in charge of running the club. So the working committee basically comprises of first years. The management committee comprises of second and third years. That the management committee is split into departments, which have specialized tasks, and then we have the highest level, which is the board. And these three levels, which are the working committee, management committee, and the board, members of these three levels of hierarchy automatically become a part of the talent community.
Okay, so talking about recruitments, the most frequently asked question when it comes to recruitments is how much time do you guys expect for any member to give to the club?
So yeah, see, as I said that we like to keep it we like to keep the workload in a way that a person who's a part of the club doesn't feel like they have to do a certain amount of work, and they feel like working on their own, right? So we don't impose any sort of time foundations on any of our members, but if we had to bring it down to a number, it would be like when college is functioning conventionally, it would come down to max like 1 hour a week. That's the max we will ask of them. And when we have some events going on, or we have some participation in some other events, some other college festival somewhere, then it depends on the amount of practice that they have to put in, or the amount of work that they have to do. But all in all, at an average, 1 to 2 hours a week is the most that we will ask of our members.
So can students join other clubs like maybe some technical clubs and still be in Mafia and still like manage time?
Yeah, sure. That's completely doable. All we ask of them is that they are able to balance their time properly and dedicate the time that we need from them for the club. But that said, we'll make sure that we won't overwork them or give them any undue tasks, and make sure that everything that they're given is within their capabilities to manage that time. So it's completely fine.
So I think that brings us to an end of our formal questions. And now we would like to move on to some of our informal questions where we ask about some, you know, really chill questions. Starting off from what one incident inside the club do you want to share that is like really cool?
So I guess the best part about life in Mafia is the people in Mafia. I've made some of the best friends in Mafia, and now these friends transcend outside the club for me. Like they're not just Mafia acquaintances anymore. These are people who I know personally and care about and really admire. And the best incident I would say is Mafia usually goes to we have these bonding sessions kind of thingy, where we go to beaches or have parties together, stuff like that. So beaches are really the highlight of my informal Mafia life, I'd say. The beach visits.
Yeah, and it's the same for me. And dude, okay, let me tell you this. The amount of fun we have in Mafia is just unparalleled. I think I can easily say that 80% of all the fun I've had over my 1.5 years, 2 years in college has been in Mafia. I'm not even gonna lie, because we do so much together as a club. We go to beaches, like he said, we go for parties, we have jam sessions at KC. We just meet people from the club anywhere in college and just start singing together, jamming, having fun. So it's become like a place where I can just forget everything else and just have fun. So like yeah, that's one amazing thing about Mafia that I love.
That sounds great. And the next question is not really related to Mafia. It's mostly like a general question. As a senior, what one advice would you like to give to a fresher that is coming to Manipal?
So I think the most important thing that I would like to say is that all of you guys need to just enjoy yourselves, right? For like the first year at least, don't bother too much about your academics, because let me be frank, it doesn't really matter, at least not the first year academics. So I mean, get your scores. I'm not saying don't get your scores, but make the most of your time outside of the classroom. Go have fun, go explore. Manipal is a beautiful place. You can rent a Zoom car, just drive down to wherever you want, be it a mountain, be it a beach, wherever you want. Just explore, and it's a foodie's paradise. So go to all the restaurants you can, order from all the restaurants you can, make a lot of friends, because this is the time when you get to make friends, socialize, and you're like free to do whatever you want. So just make the most of that. Just have fun, go all out. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, just to add on to whatever he said, Manipal is a place where, frankly, I came an introverted person to Manipal, and now I'm probably the biggest extrovert I know. And that happened because of my club and the other clubs that I became a part of. So Manipal is a place where you have to socialize, because once you start socializing with clubs, with juniors, seniors, with other people around the campus, is when you realize, oh shit, this is what I was missing out on my whole life. The whole college experience. I don't think any other college gives you the college experience as much as Manipal does. You know, and the beauty of Manipal is that wherever you go, you will always find yourself surrounded by students. There aren't many adults in Manipal. You'll always find people of your age you can vibe with, socialize with. I found myself just jamming or having fun with people I haven't even met before. You just go to a restaurant, you meet some people, you go to some place, you go to endpoint, you go to a beach, and you find some people who you think you can vibe well with, and you just gel with them. It just happens. And that's what my advice would be, to just push that. Just don't be an introvert in Manipal. Just try to put yourself out there, and sooner and later you will transcend into an extrovert. That's all I'd like to say.
Yeah, I totally agree with this point because I was also kind of like an introvert in the beginning before I came to Manipal. And then when I came to Manipal, I was like, okay, no one knows me here. And I can just totally change my entire personality and no one would feel odd. So I just started talking to people. I met people in the food court. By the way, shout out to FC2. Guys, don't eat in FC1, please. And so like I met a lot of people there just while eating food. We sat together, we started talking, and I made a lot of friends, and that's how I think I like came out of that introvert feeling. So that's a great advice. And with that, we kind of come to an end of our questions.
Yeah,
So yeah, please like this video, share it with your friends, all the freshers that come to the college, and subscribe to their channel, Allmity channel on YouTube, and follow them on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. And yeah, thank you
All the
for
links will
watching
be
the
there
video.
in the description, so go check it out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
bye.